Tailgaters, and we are taking care of business, if you know what I mean. I need a moment of privacy. Stay with us. We'll be right back. This ought to tell you, these folks have been Buccaneer tailgaters for a long time.
22 years.
Say what?
Since 1976.
Long John Lynch, your crew held under, yeah. Ho, ho, ho! Mama hit it swift as thunder, yeah. Ho, ho, ho!
And this song is all about
Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the playoffs, winning it all.
So 22 years of tailgating has you seeing things and collecting things like everything Buccaneers.
We got a lot of money invested in, but we really enjoy it. We really do.
Tell me about the stadium snack bowl.
But you put your hand in? Listen, the crowd cheers.
It's the only Tampa crowd that's not booing.
That's the only crowd that doesn't boo when Trent throws the ball to the wrong place.
And just when you think you've seen it all, well, how do you explain this?
Once we changed colors with him, we had to redo him. We had to get him new socks and a new cover, new seat. But he's been in our family probably about 5 years.
You know, your legs are nicer.
Bigger.
They're a hearty crowd. Yeah, they enjoy a good laugh as much as they do some good eating. And if you eat a lot, naturally, they have thought of everything. Scott, check this out.
Have porty potty, will travel. There you go. Everything you need.
So when did that come into existence?
Well, believe it or not, I did the curtains Thursday, and so we went and picked up the porty potty and just got it set up. It's perfect.
Hey, I gotta go. This is Bob Alvarez. See you with more tailgating next week. The Buccaneers is finally going to create some turnovers, and the Bears are going to be defeated. The offense for the Bucs is going to take advantage of those turnovers. They'll ring up 30 points. The Bears will score just 10, and the Buccaneers are going to win this one, I say, 30-10.
Well, we can't forget that last year the Bucs swept the series, winning twice from the Bears, and this week...
In the Locker Room with Jorge and the Truth. With Jorge Diaz, Karl the Truth Williams, and host Bob Alvarez.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to In the Locker Room with Jorge and the Truth. We tape this show every Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the West Shore Plaza, so make sure you join us next week. I'm Bob Alvarez along with Jorge Diaz and Karl Williams, coming off a nice win against the Saints in the Superdome. George.
Well, it was a must win. Again, we had to have it. We went up there with the attitude that no matter what happens, we're going to come away with the win, and we did. And luckily for us, we're right back in the hunt of things.
How big was the bomb to Jacquez Green? Not only the fact that it was a touchdown, but that the offense was able to complete a play like that.
Well, I think it really boosted our passing game up. You know, we've really been struggling, you know, the first half of the season. And, you know, for us to hit in that way, I mean, it was Trent hit him in stride, and you know, Jacquez ran a nice route. And, you know, that's how it should be. It's drawn up like that every time, but it doesn't always work like that. So, I mean, it was a great confidence booster, and I think it really helped the offense out a lot.
I read a quote from Tony Dungy saying that you guys played with perhaps a little more emotion and intensity against the Saints than you had been playing.
Well, I know that we had a lot more fun. I think we went out there with the attitude that we were going to go run it. We were a lot more physical. We were not going to be denied. And we were having fun out there. And, you know, I think it showed, and it showed on the scoreboard.
I just got back from New Orleans. Again, we taped the show Tuesday at 1. Just got back, and I don't know if it was in the newspapers here, but Ditka, aside being very unpleased, said that you guys literally blew his team off the ball.
Well, you know, that was part of what our plan was. We knew they were a great defensive line, a good front seven, and a good defense, but we had to go up there and run the ball. We knew they were susceptible to some things, and we had to get physical. We had to get after them, and we did that. And the running game opened up, and then when the running game opens up, the passing game does too, and we had a good day offensively.
Were you guys surprised to see the number of Tampa Bay fans that were at this game?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was like having a home game on the road. I mean, it was Buccaneer colors everywhere. And I mean, it was pretty surprising.
I know at one point in the game, and you said it was like being at home, they had the chant going where half the people would say Tampa and the other half would say Bay. And I guess a lot of the fans were located in each end zone, so you guys got to see them as you headed each way.
I'll tell you what, that was pretty neat, and it felt really good after, here in town, being here in town, hearing so many fans, so many people jumping off the bandwagon and going to New Orleans, and then having the support that you did. Well, that was real encouraging, and it was great for us. We had, the 12th man in the crowd, and that was awesome.
You mentioned having some fun. Is that something that developed as the game went along, or did you guys sort of come onto the field saying, let's have some fun?
Well, that's what we talked about. We talked about going up there, and playing with attitude and playing, with desire, but also enjoying what you're doing. And I think this week, it just exemplified the way we played. We just run around, flying around, hitting people, and just having fun at what we were doing, and we got back to that. And I think that's a big part of why we won, too.
That's right, George. It was a great win for all of us. But now it's time for some interesting thoughts from the guys, so let's go to the locker room.
We needed to get that one to close out the first half of the year. Now we're starting on the second half, and we've got to continue to play better, and that's the thing that we haven't gotten this year is consistency, but we'll need it this week. Kansas City is a better ball club than New Orleans. They're playing with a lot of focus, and we're going to need to match that.
Hopefully the atmosphere that we have going right now will continue, and things will continue through the season, and we will continue to get better, and you'll see more smiles as we go through the year.
It always bodes well whenever you can get a win, but it's even more, confidence for this ball club when our offense go out and score 31 points for us and, get everything clicking. And all three phases of the ball game was there for us. And we got to win to get us back to 500. Then we just watch the slate clean and, go for these last 8 games and put us where we need to be.
Well, it was a big win for us. I think as an entire team, we played the best we probably played all year. There were still a few mistakes, but it's something to build from. And the first half of the season's over. We're dead even, which is a good thing. It's better than being behind, which I think we were last year. So we've got a lot of home games ahead of us. So we're excited about the upcoming schedule.
I'm excited that we have a good stretch here at home, and we need to play our best football of the year, whether it's on the road or at home. And if we want to make the season as special as we thought we could, now's the time.
Well, our last 5 out of 8 games are here at home, and we got to get on the street. But this week it's Kansas City. I'm glad, they're a strong team at home, of course, and we feel we're a strong team at home. So we just got to go out and defend our home territory, so to say, this week.
Well, they're a great team at home, no doubt about it. But when they go on the road, they're still a good team. So we got our work cut out for us. But, there's nothing that we fear or anything that we're doing. We just got to go out and execute, go out and do the things that we are fundamentally sound at doing, run the ball, play action pass, and play great defense, and we should be fine.
It should be a quick game because they're going to run it 50 times. Hopefully we run it 100 times. So whoever run it most and effective, going to win the game. So it's all about a running game this week.
We're going to play aggressive. We're going to play our style. We're not going to make a lot of changes. We're going to do things we're comfortable with, but we're going to try to do them well. And that's what we did, and I think that gives you a little confidence.
Well, Elvis definitely will be in the building, so we'll see if we can go out and have some fun with him.
In the Locker Room with Jorge and the Truth, sponsored by West Shore Plaza.